just gone into a bit of a rabbit hole online, and turns out you can actually find the exact sensor that IKEA is using in one of their products, their air quality meter, which they're selling for £25. But it's this, look, the Sensirion Sen 63C. And if you search that up, this one sensor alone is worth like £28. So yeah, obviously IKEA is getting massive bulk discounts on parts, but still, this would be a bit like if someone was selling a complete gaming PC for the price that you could also find just like the graphics card inside of it alone. I think IKEA has a particularly strong incentive right now to establish themselves in this space. So they've chosen to make next to no money at all on this stuff because they know that they're already the home company, and if they get this tech transition right, they will also become the smart home company, and that could be worth billions. I just tried some of their bedroom products, and this stuff is not matter. It's actually a bit less smart, but it might be even better value than the smart stuff. Like for £1.50 a pop, we've got things like the cabinet lights. They've got motion sensors inside to pick up when you open doors or drawers. Nice and bright too. And then the nightlight. You might remember I was absolutely in awe at Xiaomi's motion sensing nightlights. They're £12. The IKEA nightlight is £2. Still seems to work just as well, and lasts 6 months on battery, apparently. There's an interesting thing I've started to notice with IKEA products. Oh, still works. This company is not really like most tech companies, where they come across like they're designing products with one hive mind, and each product has the exact same philosophy. Every IKEA product seemingly has its own assigned designer. Maybe it's like whoever came up with the idea for something becomes the lead producer of it, which is probably pretty normal when it comes to furniture, but kind of weird with tech, because it means that each product functions a bit differently. But then the upside is some of this stuff is so creative. Like, look at this, really nice, weighty glass bowl. This is where you chuck your stuff, like your keys, your chewing gum, your micro Game Boy Color, for some reason. But then you can stick your phone onto this magnetic puck, and that's a charger, and then press down, it's a light too. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty delightful for £15. These speakers are £5 each. I say each because the idea is you just press one button to pair two of them together, and you can do this with up to 100 of them. You probably shouldn't, they don't sound very good, but you can, and that's kind of fun. Or tea lights. Up until this point, I've only ever used real tea lights, but then, you know, they die after one use. Or ones powered by those little coin cell batteries that are a massive hassle to keep changing out. But IKEA has made a USB-C charging station where each tea light docks when you're done with it, blinks to confirm that it is charging, and then when charged, IKEA has claimed that they can last 35 hours each. That number sounded crazy to me, so I tested it myself, and yeah, they weren't kidding. Tea light battery tests. That's where we're at now. What are they sitting on? An IKEA table that is also an air purifier. And credit to David Wall, the thing's so damn efficient. Pull out these clips, that lets you take the top off. Then you can see your filter in case you want to change it. A hidden compartment where the power supply hides, love that. And then the cable wires through the back of the leg. David, can you organize my life, please? Oh, and then my favorite, the giraffe lamp. You push the head to turn it on. Gosh. And then it'll turn itself off after 15 minutes. Just enough time for a quick Pokemon Champions. And then you could even take the light off and use it to make sure you can see your way to the bathroom at night. Now, there are some things I can see which partly explain the low prices, like the fact that IKEA seems to refuse to give you batteries unless they absolutely have to. This giraffe takes AA's, all of these sensors take AAA's, and I guess that kind of helps IKEA because then they can sell you theirs, and then the charger for those batteries too. But I think the biggest thing is IKEA's volumes. I actually just cannot wrap my head around the fact that this company has sold over 140 million of this one bookshelf. So IKEA can place enormous orders for parts and get a very good deal doing so, and it actually feels like they specifically reuse those parts in as many different products as possible to maximize those savings. And even more importantly, unlike most companies who make home accessories, who probably sell a few thousand units and want to make big bucks with each one, IKEA does not care. As long as they're making pennies per product, they're still doing fine overall. That's why for years now, IKEA's been able to sell things at silly low prices when they want to. Things like these simple sensors. And I guess now they're seeing it as their chance to start applying that to the smart home. Now, specifically because Matter is kind of like the stars aligning for IKEA. You might know that for the last decade, the smart home was basically owned by premium companies like Philips Hue, Sonos, Google Nest, because to actually make a smart home that worked needed a ton of initial R&D to create a system and a set of hardware where each thing can talk to each other.